Good morning and happy Friday! Today is Friday the 17th of September and I am Stacey Algamry.
You did have to just check then what you were though, didn't you?
Yeah. It is Friday and I'm a little bit tired.
Stacey?
I'm not sure who I am. I am one of the designers here at Hunky Dory Crafts and today I am joined by the very lovely and radiant Natalie.
I wouldn't say I'm radiant today. I am very tired, but thanks.
The fact that you were on TV yesterday, or late last night, and you're here and still looking that gorgeous is truly amazing.
Thanks, Stace. I did try really hard when I woke up this morning.
I went to bed pretty early last night and I still look like this.
No, you are always lovely, always lovely.
Okay, so today, what are we doing? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
No one knows.
Okay, so today we are going to look at the designer collection that was launched yesterday on Create and Craft. But first, we've got a few reminders. The pick of the week, grab yours now. Let me grab it.
Grab yours, Stacey.
Grab mine. Can I just take this home after we've done? Because
It's so pretty.
I don't
displayed
usually
like
do
that.
pink, but I absolutely love this. I love the swans in it. I love all the foiling as well. The foiling's really nice. And is it the concept card?
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that.
with a little
Love it.
rosette. It's quite
Yeah.
cute, isn't it?
It's really cute. So get on the website, grab yours now while stocks last. Make sure you get the little book as well. You don't want to miss out on that. Go, 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 go. Okay, so the next thing is, when you're not looking at the back of my head, is what have we got?
Show plan.
The show plan. Run
Thanks,
the plan.
Okay, on today's show we have the designer selection stamps. Then we will head to the demonstration station with Natalie. And then we will look at the Win It Weekly competition winners. And finally, spin the wheel. Will somebody win that prize rollover today? I'm so excited. So excited. Okay, so Win It Weekly is the Life of Leisure designer decollage collection.
It's a mouthful, that one.
I know, it's been a
is a
long week as
mouthful.
well, and
It's Friday. It's allowed.
this is an absolute whopper. Look at the size of it.
There's so
It's
much
huge.
in there.
So in this, what do you get, Natalie?
You get 12. I'm gonna say 12 decollage.
Oh, decollage.
I can't even get it out myself.
You get some
12 decollage.
card blanks?
You get, I don't know whether you get card blanks.
Are these card blanks?
Yes.
These
I
are
know
card
what you mean.
blanks.
I thought you meant actual card blanks, like
No.
card blanks. No. Yes. So you get
blanks.
printed and foiled. It's foiled as well. You get one of each to match your 12 designs, and you get 2 of each, so you can make 24 decollage. It's a really nice selection of sort of like masculine men themes. You've got golf, you've got cricket, you've got some really cool like classic cars. So it's a really nice collection, and you've got loads in there too.
Personally, I love decollage because as much as I like cutting out decoupage is not one of my favourite things. So this is perfect. You just pop them out, lay them up, perfect. So if you would like to win this, like, share and comment your answer to this question. What was the first ever Disney film? Was it A, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Was it B, Pinocchio? Or was it C, Bambi? I remember all 3 of them, but I have no idea which one came out first.
I know the answer to this. I was also, when I was younger, in an Amdram production of this one. I was one of the
Dwarves.
yeah. I will give you all a guess as to which one it was.
Oh dear.
Which no. Emily, that is a good point because I'm the grumpiest person you know. However, it wasn't grumpy. What am I also really?
Sleepy?
Yes, but no.
Okay,
I mean,
so you're a lot of dwarfs at the moment.
As a person, I'm basically all 7 of the dwarfs. However, in this case, I was just one of them. But get your comments in. See if you can guess which dwarf I was. I would love to see.
I don't think you were happy.
No. No, I wasn't.
I know there's...
Bashful?
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Are you serious?
Sneezy?
This is the No.
No, she's not sneezing.
Dopey.
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if there was a clumsy one, that'd definitely be it.
Well, dopey, clumsy, practically the same
Victoria and
thing.
Mortley put clumsy.
Yes. People know me well.
Oh, yeah.
Clumsy. It's
Donna
my
Ward.
middle name.
Julie, were you happy?
Oh, no, I wasn't happy. I was clumsy. I was a happy clumsy. Dopey even. But yeah, that's what I was back in the day.
Right, back to what is written on the cards.
Of course. That's why they're here.
Otherwise, we will get told off. Okay, so we've done that. Introducing Show VT. Go. Hello, how gorgeous were those card models? I love this collection. They are, so there's 6 stamps in total, all A6, but all completely random themes. So you'll see on the little display that I will try not to knock over. So you've got 6 sort of themed stamps, all different themes, but each one has its own theme. And then you've also got 3 background stamps, which will coordinate perfectly with that main collection. So we'll go through each one. We'll go through 3 and then I will stop talking and we will go to Natalie. So this first, can we do these first 3?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So let's do Age to Perfection first. So this is an A6 stamp set. They are all photopolymer, high quality, so you'll get that crisp, clean stamp every single time. They'll cling onto your acrylic block perfectly, so you can use them over and over again.
Sometimes they cling on too much as well, so
I
you can't get
know.
them off.
So that sometimes you have to peel them off on the backing cards
Yeah.
quite hard, but once they're off, they're fine.
Yeah.
And they just stick back on and perfect. Okay, so Age to Perfection. So this is the classic wine sets. We've got the 2 bottles of wine, the grapes, the wine glass and the cheese in there. So if you're a wine lover, you've got maybe a husband or a wife, a celebration, this is perfect.
Doesn't even have to be wine, it could be a bottle of port.
Could even be champagne.
Yeah, could be anything.
You've got the barrel. Again, on the stamp set, it's on its side, but if you rotate it, you can actually have the wine sitting on the barrel. The other thing that you can do is actually stamp it kind of on top of each other and create like a barrel, what's it called? When they're all stacks.
Oh yeah, like an actual
Like barrel stacks.
in a brewery.
Yeah, like
They're not called
vineyard.
breweries, are a vineyard, yeah, that's it. See where I spend most of my life.
So that is a brilliant stamp to have separate because it just creates different backgrounds. You've then got the grapes on its own and the cork, which you can stamp multiple times to create backgrounds, borders, embellishments. You also have the vines of grapes, which is again perfect for backgrounds and borders. And then 2 sentiments, so wishing you barrels of happiness and Age to Perfection. So we all know somebody this would be perfect for. I know that probably my dad would love this.
Yeah.
Quite masculine cards, but then
Yeah.
again make it quite pink and girly, have invites.
Yeah.
Maybe
Cheese
you're
and wine
having-
nights.
Yeah, cheese and wine nights, little get together. So that is the
Perfect.
first one. The second one that we've got is Dearest Dandelion. And this is a collection of dandelion clock sort of heads. So you've got 3 different sizes, all quite detailed and a little bit stylised, but quite sketchy. You then have the individual like seeds, floating seeds. So you've got, I think, 3 individual stamps, and then you've got kind of like a curve at the bottom. I just here, this stamp actually curves round.
It's really nice.
And you can have that floating from your dandelions. You can build backgrounds with that if you want. I haven't tried it, but I'm sure you could probably bend it into a bit of a straighter line if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, definitely. Or you could create one using those 3 clocks. They're 3 little seeds as well.
Yeah. You also have the dandelion flower head, which is that really bright yellow. So if you wanted to add a pop of colour into your cards. That's a really nice way of doing it. You've then, along here, you've got this line, which is a separate stamp, which will create your dandelion stems. So you can obviously draw your own some more traditional one with a fine liner, or just go in with this stamp and create more of a stylised, simplicity look.
And because it's so thin as well, you have the great ability to bend that into many different shapes. So you can create a really cool sort of look to your cards by doing that.
And it's because of that high quality photopolymer that you can actually put it onto your acrylic block, bend it, and it will stay in that position until you stamp it, which you don't get with other stamps, so that's perfect. And then to finish off your card, you've got 3 different sentiments. You've got scatter kindness, make a wish, and sending wishes your way, I think.
Lovely,
Yeah.
lovely.
My eyes are not very good, so I think it says that.
It does say that.
Okay, so the third one that we're going to look at is the floral window. And this was designed by our lovely Jennifer. I think it's
that.
Jennifer the Third.
Jennifer the Third.
That we call her. So she has done a lovely floral window with the lovely sort of ironwork, filigree ironwork. You've got flowers going all around, and then you've got at the top, you've got that lovely floral border, individual flowers which you can create backgrounds, borders, or you can actually stick sort of stamp, cut and attach onto your floral window to create a bit of a decoupage, added dimension, and then you've got that lovely home sweet home sentiment at the top. So again, you can see just by looking at these 3 sets how many people we've already sort of catered for, just with these 3 sets, and how many occasions as well. So in those sets, you've got birthday, you've got retirement, you've got sympathy. I mean, you've got home sweet home for a new home. There's just so many different themes within this that if you get the full collection, you're not gonna want, you know, you've got something for everybody and everything. So let's go over to Natalie, who's going to do the first demonstration of the day.
Ooh.
What are you doing for us, Natalie?
The first one I'm going to do is that Age to Perfection, that first stamp that we saw there. And I'm going to bring in one of those background stamps. We're going to use the Brick by Brick. So I've got my cardstock here. This piece has been cut down. So it is 4 by 6. And then we're going to go straight in with our stamp. Onto this background, so let's get it off. We can put that on to the background, making sure that the bits aren't, or magnets aren't in the way. And then we'll pick up that stamp. Hopefully the paper will stay still. And then I'm going to go in with roasted coffee and just lightly stamp on here. And this is just going to create our sort of wine cellar background. So we're going in with that one colour. If you wanted to create more of a rustic feel, you could mix in some of your darker browns, some of those lighter tones that you have with your ink pads. And then we'll go straight down onto that cardstock and just making sure you press in over all those areas. You don't have to sort of press really hard on there. I'm just sort of tiptoeing, making sure that most of the areas are stuck down. But again, because you're using the stamping press, if they haven't and you've missed any areas, then you can go back in and just focus on that area. But also this stamp is quite, is designed to look like this. So it isn't designed to be perfect, it's designed to look very rustic, very sort of worn, which is what you can see when we've finished stamping that. So we move this to one side and we bring this over here. What I've done is I've stamped my wine in place first. We've masked it and then I've stamped that barrel over. So like Stacey said, you've then got sort of like a really funky, cool place to sit and drink. There's the place where we go most weekends has barrel tables like this, made from barrels. Very, very quirky and cool in a lot of trendier places now. So let's just cut around the outside of this, and I'm just going to go and leave a nice white edge. So I'm using my medium-sized scissors to do this. You do get a lot of sort of movement from these. The best thing to do is don't move your scissors, move that cardstock. We can just go around and down to the bottleneck.
Sorry to interrupt, Nat.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, somebody's asked, are the background sets included within the complete set? And that is from Julie. Julie, the design selection is the 6 stamps that we're going to show you first. So the brick by brick that Natalie is using now, that is £8 on its own. But all the stamps that we've shown you today are on a 3 for 2 as well. So if you don't want the full collection, or maybe you want 2 of the theme stamps and then 1 of the background stamps, you can mix and match and you'll get the 3rd one absolutely free.
Yeah,
So.
I think it's a great way to do that as well if you don't want all of them, that we have that offer available to you, so you can do, you can maybe get 2 of the stamps that you really like and then 1 of the backgrounds to work with those. There's loads and loads of different options. So I've cut around there now, and I just want to cut out this little section here. So I'm using my craft knife to do that. Again, making sure that I'm leaving that nice clean white edge on there, so we can pop that out. I'm just going to go a little bit further on that bit as well, and then we're going to colour this in with our pencils. But what I want to do is just hold this on here, and then I know where I want to trim it. So we can just go ahead with our scissors and just trim that off the bottom. So you can see how this is starting to take shape already. So then we'll use our watercolour pencils, which are back in stock. They are fantastic. If you haven't already got them, why? You need them. Go and get them. Add them to your basket because these are fantastic. So I'm just going in with this first really light shade, and I'm just focusing most of my colour in the edges of the barrel.
I love the watercolour pencils. These in particular, I've had other brands in the past, and I've also had some given to me as well, and they've all been quite pale in comparison.
Oh, there's so much colour on these
So
ones.
no matter how much colour you put down, it's still quite pale, and even if you wash it out with water.
Yeah.
Whereas these, they are so bright and you get so much colour, it's absolutely fantastic. And when you add water, I was really surprised at how much more vibrant they become.
Yeah, they really, really do.
It's a little bit like magic, because it feels like you're adding colour, but you're just adding water. So I personally, as a crafter myself, I would highly recommend the pencils.
They are really fantastic.
If I'm
I
at
think
home-
loads of people have them as well.
If I'm at home crafting, I tend to use the pencils or the brush markers. They're my choice.
I have
Um,
the pencils. They do come out quite regularly.
but the pencils as well, if you use black card or craft card,
Yeah.
you still get that pop of colour, which is absolutely amazing, because when you use pens and stuff, some of the colours can become quite dull.
Yeah, they can.
Whereas when you use these pencils, you don't have to use water if you don't want to, and they're so bright. I love them.
It has such a lovely effect on the darker cardstock. Even using our coloured Matastic, you can get that same beautiful effect. So we're just giving this a really nice wash. So as you saw when I was laying the colour down, I was really just focusing it on certain areas. And because I've done that, I've got this really nice sort of light effect coming across the front of my barrel. I'm just going to trim this down because it's actually just poking out a little bit. Let's just trim that off. And then for our wine, we have this beautiful sort of cherry red colour. So I've decided that this is a red wine. So I'm just going to go and do the same again and focus that on those areas, and then just going to scribble. I don't think there's a technical term for this. I'm just going to scribble over
technical term.
those colours, because once I've added the water to it, it will just look like that is a wash, a really nice wash along those grapes. You can see the colour is just lovely, and then we'll just wash this out, and that is going to create our sort of nice glass look. So then I'm just lightly dragging that colour around the rest of the glass because I don't want it to fill the whole way. I want you to have that sort of that feel that it is glass with the alcohol inside. Then for the bottles, I'm going to do red on the tops. I'm going to get this really nice deep bottle green. I think this colour is fern. If you do have our books, our handbook that comes with these pencils, it does have a list of all the names and numbers in your that your pencils come in. They are when your pencils come, they all come in the same order. So that is how you sort of know which one is which. You just follow the order of your pencils and the order of the pencils within the book. So then we'll just wash this out. I'm giving it a really light feel. I don't want my colour to be super intense, but you want it to look quite sketchy and lovely. So we've coloured our bottles in. We'll do the tops of them. And then all that is left is, I'm going to just add a little bit of brown to my label to just give it that a little bit more of a rustic feel. And then we've got this really like orangey yellow, which is perfect for the cheese. So I'm just going to do that on my edges, and then I'm going to go in with the lightest yellow on the very end, and just colour the rest of that in. And then we'll go in with our water again. I'm going to go do the label first, and then we've got that bit of brown to sort of run through. You just stretch that colour across, and there's only a little bit of colour that I really laid down here, but you can see how much it sort of floods that area when you add the water. So you can get really light shade if you want to. And then our cheese.
What's that cheese called?
The cheese?
Yeah.
Cheese. It can be whatever cheese.
Did you
want it to be.
Is it Gouda? Gouda?
Yeah.
Stacey, you're telling me you designed these stamps? You designed stamps and you didn't think of what the cheese was?
To be quite honest, I just really like cheese. So, for me, that cheese can be whatever I want it to be.
That is the beauty of stamps.
Even though it's got like little holes in, I also see that as the blue areas of Stilton.
Yeah, it could be Stilton.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Love Stilton. I've got some in the fridge at home actually.
That's the only cheese I won't eat.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it.
could literally just
Blue
see.
better.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
The
no.
smellier the
Yeah.
better as well. We are weird, Stacey.
And I think when we design these stamps and we think about things like that, we do think, right, okay, what is the most sort of iconic shapes, but also what shapes can be other things as well. So
yeah, what can be
even though
transformed into other bits.
it is a certain shape and it might be a certain cheese, what else can it be? So there's a lot of thought that goes into a lot of the shapes, the design, the textures. I mean, the brick by brick texture.
I love that.
Personally, when I design background stamps, one of the things that I always try and do is add that distressed look to it, just because I'm aware that for me, bigger stamps, I really struggle getting an even pressure all around. And if I haven't got a stamping press, that can be even more difficult trying to get that even stamp. So by having that distressed design in there, it doesn't really matter if you miss bits because there's bits missing anyway. So it just makes your stamping a little bit easier, perfect for beginners. And you can also add in more texture, so you can stamp it onto watercolour card to add that texture. There's just so much you can do with having that distressed look.
I'm the weird one because everyone loves Stilton.
See, it is the best out of all of the smelly cheeses. It is the best. So then, what I'm doing here is I'm using that rustic. I keep saying rustic, roasted coffee, and I've got my ink pad flat, literally flat onto my cardstock, and I'm just lightly, very very lightly, rubbing this around the edges, and that's just going to give you. It's just going to, those edges where the stamp doesn't meet, it's just going to make it look a bit more full. I've stamped my wishing you barrels of happiness onto there. And then with some finger lift tape, our favourite fast working tape.
Why you do that, Nat?
Huh?
Lynn says, I'm the same, people think I'm strange. I am into cheesy crumpets at the moment with lashes of melting cheese.
Cheesy crumpets.
Before we started this, I said, I really hope the microphone is not as good as it should be because my stomach is rumbling. So you have just made my stomach even worse.
So now we finish our card. We've got all those lovely elements together. You can see how beautifully they work together, and that is using 2 different colouring mediums as well. So we've got those ink pads. We're using those pencils to colour it in, but it's quite a simple card to put together, but I think the end results do not show that at all. So this is your Age to Perfection stamp set. Let's go over back to Stacey to have a look at the next 3.
Hello. Thank you, Nat.
You're welcome.
To be quite honest, I love seeing so many different ideas, what everybody else does with them, because I've got my own ideas and I'm sure Jen has her ideas when she's designing them.
Yeah.
But to see everybody else's ideas is just fantastic. So the next 3, and I'm sorry, Emily, I know I haven't done these in order.
No,
I'll be in trouble when I come off. I'll try and get it in the right place. I need a hero.
Everyone needs a hero.
I know. So these are our cute people. You may have seen them in Happy Town. You may have seen them before Happy Town. But they are back and they are heroes. They are saving the day. So you have 2 sort of male-orientated characters. You've got 2 females, both in different stances. So you've got some flying, some standing. You've got those little cute masks around their face, but then you've got the sort of classic comic book explosion, clouds, stars.
They're great for backgrounds, aren't they, those little elements?
But then you've also got the To My Super, which is a separate stamp. So if you really wanted to, you could then start adding in names, maybe using the alphabet from the next set. But you can have To My Super Friend, Dad, Mum, Hero, and then you've also got Boom and Pow, which you can stamp into the explosions and the cloud, and create your own little like stories, your own little comic books. Maybe it's for, you know, we've put Mum and Dad on there, but maybe it's for your son or your daughter. Maybe they really love their superhero films. I know that I've got my partner at home who is obsessed with all things superheroes. So that I love, and they are all sized as well to work with our previous Happy Town characters. So if you have the paper pads, you could use these with the paper pads.
That's such a good idea.
Some of them have sort of like cityscapes in, towns, so you can start stamping them in and maybe they're saving the day. So I remember on our first Happy Town collection, we had a jewellery store that had been broken into for the police.
Yeah.
So maybe the superheroes have come to save the day. So that'd be perfect. Moving on to our second one is Star of the Show. Now, I love this because of how different it is, but how retro it is as well, and it sort of brings back a lot of memories, especially for kind of like my mum and dad. I'm pretty sure that they'd probably recognise it more than I would. You've got that large stamp at the top which says Celebrate, but you can easily cut that off if you want and just have the two signs. The signs have been designed to look like an old diner or an old movie theatre sign. And then you get the full alphabet, you also get numbers, and you get the ampersand. And then just because of how popular sort of the words are, we've put in happy and birthday, so you don't have to make those up. So they will fit in either of the signs, but have been designed to specifically sit in these little lines here. So you can create your own greetings.
Like
and
a
then
proper movie theatre.
Pardon?
Like a proper movie theatre sign.
And then you've also got the It's Party Time and Star of the Show, which will fit in this one, this little gap. But again, I've seen cards where they've mixed and matched, so they've put sentiments in different ways. And then at the bottom, you've got some little like retro icons. So you've got the arrow, you've got some sort of like retro stars to create backgrounds with. So it's such a versatile set, and I know that you're a big fan of this set and
love it.
Making invites with this.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
But I quite like the idea of having like a movie night and putting what movies we're going to watch at the top.
That's a good idea, isn't it?
You know, like those light up boxes that you get. You could even stamp this onto parchment and then put lights behind it and have like a little light up movie sign.
For the house, that would be so cool.
So I personally love this. There's so many ideas with this. And then finally, our favourite little, well, he's not so little, let's move it that way. No, that way. I can't get used to these cameras, just as I think I've got it. No. The very hairy, very beautiful Highland cow. So this is a very sketchy, stylised look of the stylised cow, but it's quite realistic as well. You have that beautiful sketchy style, so it's perfect for watercolour washes, like with your pencils, with your pens, really loose colouring. Mm-hmm. Then you also get the thistle.
The thistle.
I very nearly said thorn then. It has been a long week.
Oh, you would have got some complaints there, Stacey, if you'd have got that wrong, I think.
I know. It's a thistle. And then you've got a lovely little flower which you can add to the head to make it sort of like a girly card. You've got another smaller flower, and then you've got two sentiments as well. So you've got I love moo and heard it's your birthday.
Love the punniness in there. Love the pun.
So, and this sold out yesterday.
It did.
So be quick if you're going to get it.
If you're going to get it, get it fast.
Before we go over to Nat, just a reminder, they are all £8 each. They're on 3 for 2. These 6, which we've just shown you, are all in the... So this whole thing is the designer collection. So this is £30 altogether. The code, if you want it, if you want to go straight there, is FTLS BUND, BUND, and it's 35. So go and grab those and have a look at the upsells. While we go to Nat, and we will have a look what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm going to do a card with that that Celebrate sort of vintage sign because I absolutely love it. But I don't yet have a name to go in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to give this card away. So you need to comment with if you want to have the card for yourself, if you want to have this card to give away to someone, let Stacey know. She's going to let us know what you've been commenting, and then we're going to get that out to you. So what we're doing is, I've already decided on my colours. So we've got teal and we've got orange. We're going to use our brush markers for this one. So first off, we're going to create a really nice background for this to go onto. So I'm using these really cool shapes that your collection, and it's so tiny that I can actually fit it on my finger. So we're just going to use our Prism embossing ink, sorry, and I'm just randomly stamping this really small, and I know it just looks like it's my finger, that's because it's on my finger. So we're just stamping this on, making sure that we're going into the ink every time so that we can get as much powder on here as possible. Just going around the edges, seeing if I've missed anywhere out. I think we've got it quite covered there. So I'll put my stamp on here so I don't lose it. Let's take this piece of card to just sit underneath it, and I'm going to take, if we've got some, I'm very much hoping we have, some white embossing powder. So
what size is the black card? Sorry,
the
I think I
black
missed it.
card, this is going on a 5x7.
Okay.
So my blue card, which is going to go on top of it, is 5x7, and then this is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. So just put in my powder on now, and I've just put it across the top, and then I'm sort of just jiggling it around the rest of my card, because you don't actually need loads of ink when you're doing this. You just need enough to cover the space you're covering. So let's put this back. It can get quite messy when you are doing this, and then I'm just going to just tap this back down. You can see more has come off there. And you can sort of shake it around, and then you've got your clearer image. I've just got a fingerprint on there, and that sometimes can happen. That's just because I was, instead of using a block, which would have got it, oh, I've ruined it now. I've done it too far, gone too far. Let's add some more powder. It can happen, it really can.
Lots of people commenting, saying it's their birthday or somebody else's birthday.
Yes.
You may have to make multiple cards at this rate now.
No, you're just having one, Stacey. You've got to pick the winner, and we'll put their name on it at the end. Right, okay, so put this away because it is going to go everywhere. I'm going to have to let's plug in our heat gun. We have some space down here. I'm just going to tap that off. And then we're just going to focus this on where we put our stamp. So it does take some time at first, but then you can see when it reaches the temperature, you can see how it really changes. The colour of the embossing powder. Oh, this is should be. Okay.
Quite a few people, cheeky people, saying I would keep it for myself.
That's fine. If you want to keep it for yourself, we can put star of the show on there and put your name on it. If you're wanting it for a birthday, we can put the birthday recipient's name on it. Whatever you wish, we can do that. So just going over those areas. We've got some residue that has stayed on from where we tapped it off, but it's kind of creating a really nice like speckled effect, like a sky, so we're going to keep that on there. I'm just going to have to, because I've got embossing powder everywhere. There's no clean way of doing embossing powder. I'm sure you will all agree that when you're embossing, there is no tidy way to do it. So we're going to stick this directly onto our blue background that we've created using some of our Matte-tastic. I think this is called Blue Lagoon. And as you can see, on the opposite edges of my blue and the black, I have used my corner rounder just to punch those out, which gives it a little bit more of that retro feel. So we can stick this onto our card blank, like so. Perfecto.
There's a lot of people who haven't seen loved ones due to lockdown, who they'd send this card to.
Oh, that's nice. I
It's
like
really nice.
that. I like that. So then we need to bring in our orange. So I've done exactly the same sort of technique, but I've done it the other way around. We've got white cardstock and we've used the bigger emblem, and that's going to go on the center of our card. But to go underneath it, I want to bring in some of the orange, which we're going to color our sign in with. So I'm using my brush marker and I'm just going over this. I'm not colouring it all in because sneakily we're going to hide most of it. So I'm just going to colour in the areas that I know will be shown. It also saves the ink in your pens, going to make them last longer. You could also use your ink pad if you don't have your pens to do this. So then let's go a little bit further up on those edges. We'll double check to see, because I'm going to put this on a little bit of a wonk. Double check. Now I think we need to go a little bit more in these corners. So we can just go like this on my corners. And then we can stick that onto there like so. It's getting quite funky already, this card now.
I love the colours.
Thanks. Teals and oranges are definitely my faves at the moment. So we'll stick that on there, and then again, foam pads. It's going to add height, it's going to add dimension. But just by using those two stamps, doing a bit of heat embossing, we've created a really cool background for our sign to sit on. So we can put this centrally. We've got our background ready to go. Then I've stamped out, so it takes quite a lot of time to do this. I've stamped and cut my sign once, and this has got foam pads alongside it. And I've used those colours, those teals, those oranges, to really bring the card together. So we're going to stick this, if I can get this foam pad off, we're going to stick this in the middle, like so. And I know I haven't coloured it in, but that's because we've got some extras here that we're going to stick on with foam pads, and then that's going to really pop out as well. So Stacey, do we have a winner?
Well,
who have you chosen?
I might have to ask Emily to do the roly thing, because my iPad has
Have we died?
it keeps sticking.
Ah, alright. Let me get my
So I'm
spinny wheel.
going to just add some teal to the outside edge of our bottom so it matches what we've done there. So that is with brush marker 701. If you want to know the colour of the orange that we've used, it's 012. And then I'm going to go in with 27, which is from our antique colours, and that's just going to add that little bit of shading to our card, like so. And then we're going to get our stamping press, because we need to make sure that this is correct, it's all straight, it's all ready to go. Emily, is it a happy birthday, or is it a star of the show? What are we making for? Who have you chosen?
We'll do a happy birthday.
Yep.
and it's going to be for Chloe,
Okay.
who is 11 today.
Oh, well, we can put Chloe 11. That's not a problem at all. Okay, let's do It's Party Time. That's going to fit in the top here. Then we're going to do Happy Birthday. We could put Happy 11th, couldn't we? Let's do that. Let's make sure it's the right way around, Natalie. That would help. Chloe's going to get a very wonky card otherwise. This is why I am dopey. Which, if you weren't watching earlier on, is the question for our Win It Weekly competition, which we're going to be announcing quite shortly.
We are.
So you need to get, if you want to win that decollage, you need to get your comments in right. Happy 11th birthday, was it?
Yeah, 11.
Yep.
Right, so we're going to have to do a 1 and then a 1. So, making sure that they're straight. Where's my 1? Happy 11th.
So just while you do that, Nat.
Yeah, because it's going to take me a
I'm
while
just
to
going
get
to do
these
a bit of a shout out
straight.
to all the people that have got in touch as well.
Yes, please do.
Tracy,
Got
I'd
lots of
send it to my
birthdays.
mum because she's the best mum ever.
That's cute.
I would give it to my wonderful son and daughter-in-law to say thank you for my gorgeous new granddaughter. That's from
I
Carol.
love that.
Congratulations. Let's see. Karen, my hubby's 60th birthday next week. Happy birthday for next week. Wendy, give it to my husband for my birthday next month so he can't forget my card. Sorry, Wendy.
My grandma has to
Maybe
do
make
that
one
now.
today and give it to him.
Right, let's just do it this way.
Abby would love this card, especially as it's my birthday next Tuesday. Happy birthday for Tuesday. Would love this card. I would either keep it for myself or send it to my mum, as I'm not sure when I will see her next. That is from Lynn. Let's see. There's so many comments. I'm trying to grab as many as I can. Kim, it's my birthday on Sunday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday for Sunday.
Suzanne, that's clever. I'm 70 in October. Happy
Wow.
birthday for then.
Have a fabulous birthday.
Lynette, happy birthday for next Sunday. There's so many. If I've missed anybody, happy birthday and congratulations, and I just hope you have a wonderful day.
Okay, so I've done my happy birthday and I've done the It's Party Time, but then I'm going to use I need to move this out of the way. I'm going to use this huge block for these really tiny letters because we want to do it a number of times. It's just going to be easier this way. So we've got happy 11th birthday, and then we need Chloe. I'm guessing it's spelt the normal way.
C-H-L-O-E.
Okay. See, it's difficult to get these all in line, you know. See?
I'm going to let you in on a little bit of a secret about Natalie.
I'm really bad at spelling.
Natalie is awful at spelling.
C-H-O-L-E.
Absolutely.
No, C-H-L-O-E.
Okay.
She is terrible. She so out in the office we have a board which
So
has
mean to me.
it's hilarious. He has we have a board and it's got like all the launches coming up, what people need to work on when things are on TV, and I guarantee there will be at least one, if not 2 or 3 spelling mistakes, and some of them
And do
are
you know what the
hilarious.
funniest thing is? Is that I don't know how they're spelt wrong because because I'm reading them off a spreadsheet.
that you wrote.
No. So it's right on the spreadsheet.
So it's right on the spreadsheet,
Yeah.
but then you write it wrong on the board.
Yeah. C-H-L-O-E.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a J, that's why. I was like, this L is the wrong way round, it's a J. We nearly had a disaster there.
I'm sorry if this card doesn't say what you want it to say.
L-O-E.
C-H-L-O-E.
Right. It's tough because they're so tiny and I'm trying to get them all in line. Obviously, you won't be rushing for time or have people
If it's
staring
any
at you.
consolation, Natalie,
Yeah.
Shelley Alden has commented saying, ha ha ha, did any of you see Carol Yalden say Snow White spell W-I-G-H-T?
Well, there we go then. I'm guessing that's probably autocorrect.
That is some bad spelling.
But yeah, normally it's just a couple of letters. But
Yeah, but those couple of
it
letters.
doesn't matter if you're not good at spelling because it's
Those
better
couple
at
of
you're
letters
better at some other things.
create whole new words, Natalie.
It's fine. Okay, so CHLOE.
Yeah.
And I do kind of like how you don't, even though I've tried to get it quite right, it is a little bit funky, like you see on those signs. So happy 11th birthday, Chloe.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Stop it, Stacey. I'm gonna tell them not to get me on with you anymore. Right. And then we want our stripped foam pads. Put these down.
You did do it without the H.
Stop it. See, they're just pains. Absolute pains. Then we can line this up. It's party time. I don't think I have a black pen.
And it's her 12th birthday, yeah?
Stop. No, it's her 11th birthday. So there we go. Happy birthday, Chloe. Whose name was it that we said we would give? You'll have to. Whoever we picked is going to have to private message us and we can get this sent out to you. Got that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get this sent out to you today. Might add a little bit of glitter for it there. But happy 11th birthday, Chloe. But this could be for anything, for weddings, engagements. It's just a really funky sign that you can change to say whatever you want it to say. So this is happy birthday, Chloe, where the H is a little bit higher than I would have liked to, but that's what happens when you stamp under pressure.
I mean, at least you spelt it right. That's
I
the
did
main
spell
thing.
it right. That is the main thing.
That is
Spelling
the main thing.
is the main thing. Okay.
So,
What's up next?
We need to crack on.
We do need to crack on.
So, am I going the right way here?
Yeah, you are.
That way.
Yes.
These are our 3 background stamps that you've seen Natalie use today. You've got the brick by brick, so you can see what I was talking about earlier, which is the slightly distressed look. So if you are new at stamping, that is perfect because you don't have to get that crisp, clean look. You don't have to worry about it. Just stamp, and it is what it is. Just go with it.
Just do it.
But it's perfect for all types of things. So we've designed it to work with the wine for the cellar. Maybe it's you could do like a bit of a graffiti wall for the superheroes. There's so many that you can use this with, and also previous stamps that you've got as well, so not just this collection. The middle one is our charming in check. So this could be a picnic blanket, it could be the tartan. If you saw Natalie's demo yesterday on Create and Craft, this is perfect to ink with a colour and then stamp it onto coloured card, and you get a totally different look every time.
Can you do that next, Stace?
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know. Look at me.
There you go. I'll shut up then. I'll move on to the third one, which is City Skyline. So this one has the silhouette city, and then you've got another silhouette city at the bottom, which is like a bit smaller and a bit more in the distance, so you can start creating that dimension. And then you've also got some silhouette clouds and some stars, so it doesn't matter whether you're doing daytime, nighttime, whatever scene that you want. This is perfect to use with your Prism inks, create those sunset backgrounds. Absolutely perfect, and will work really well with a number of our stamps in this collection as well. So you can use it on the background of your of the retro sign that Natalie's just used. You could use it with your superheroes and have one of your superheroes flying over the city. A great stamp, and again, use it with your previous stamp sets as well. So maybe you're using it with your previous Happy Town stamps. So again, I will be quiet and pass you over to Natalie.
That was a really quick,
I know.
quick one.
Fire it through.
Right, okay, so we're going to show you how to create that really cool tartan background. Yesterday we did it with red and blue, which was really cool. Today, green and green. So I've got this really nice, this is willow tree green from our Matastic selection. Oh, it's moved already. I should move my stamps in to make sure that doesn't happen. I'm going to line this up with my cardstock. It's okay if it's a little bit out, because I do believe that my panel, which is 5.5, is just a little bit big. So that's not a problem. So let's pick up our stamp. And then we're going in with Evergreen, which is a really dark green colour. But I think when it's all together, it's going to look super, super epic. So this is good. I think we've done a really good variety of demos, you know. 3. When I came in this morning and asked Emily how many we were doing, I was like, 3!
The more demos, the better.
But you know what? I think we smashed it.
Well, that's why I kind of blasted through the other
The other
stamps
one, so we
then,
could do it.
because I know that everyone loves your demos now, and nobody wants to listen to me blabbering on.
I like listening to you, Stace. You are filled with a brilliant mind, full of great information.
Thanks, Nat.
You're welcome, Stace. So, we've stamped that down. There are some bits that haven't stamped as well as others, but this is okay, because we can go back in, or we can just leave it, and have like a rusticy feel to our check, which I think I'm going to do. So this piece lined up to 7, so what I need to do is move my image across, put my stamps on the other side, and then what we can do is just wiggle our cardstock along that top border until we know it meets with the stamp that we have. I'm going to stamp again just on that edge, and we can press this down and hopefully it all lines up nicely. But it will do. It definitely will do if you take time to do this. Another really cool thing, which I don't think I might be able to do actually. Oh, so there we go. So it has lined up really nicely, but you do have that sort of worn tartan effect there, and that's just because little bits of the stamp have missed. This isn't a defect with the stamp, this is a defect with me. I just haven't stamped it right, but it's okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brush marker in a darker green again, and I'm going to use my ruler. We're going to take off, and we're going to use our fine liner for this. So this is a really cool way that you can just change up the tartan in there. And I'm just going to draw lines in my check. You could do this with another colour, but it's just going to add. I did this with white the other day on my 2 darker colours, and it looked really cool. Just added another layer to the stamp and to the check that you can see there. You can't actually really see it that well on the camera. You can now when I lift it up.
So are you just doing in between?
Yeah, I'm just doing in between the lines to make it a bigger check, but it definitely looked more effective.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
Blue.
I can see it on
Can you see it when it's zoomed in? But I actually only really need to do the top and the bottom, because our other stamp is gonna go over that. So I'll carry on, do this one. So adding different colours in here is going to add another dimension to the check. So say, I know this is all green, but say you did, you used blue Matastic and you used red ink, then you could use a white gel pen or a brown. That would look quite nice, using a brown pen to add in a different colour. It's just going to make that pattern more obvious.
I haven't tried it, but I'm sure you could probably stamp it in a colour and then
Move
nudge
across.
the stamp slightly to like one side and then stamp it in another colour.
Yeah,
And you get
would
that
be quite
two-tone
cool.
look.
So just going along the edge.
Are you going the other way as well?
No, just going to do it
Just
this
one
way.
way?
You could go both ways, but for time, we'll just do it one way. So I've just added in and more checks there. I've just put that on the wrong side. There we go. And then we're going to, first of all, go over my edges again with the green, just to tie it all in nicely. So just flat onto the cardstock and just getting that on the edges of my cardstock, and it'll sort of all blend in nicely, as you can see there. Then we're going to use our scissors to just go over the edge and bring that white up. Right. So this is our background completed. Oops. Background completed. Next up, our cow. I'm going to take it off the block and I'll use my stamping press again. Just bear with me because we just need to take this off and give it a bit of a clean.
So this is the Highland cow that sold out yesterday.
Highland cow, it was very popular.
So if you want
So
it,
popular.
please go to the website. Don't miss out.
No, we don't want you to miss out on this at all. So we're going to place this towards the top of our card, like so. So it just fits in those corners. I'm using Memento ink with this because we're going to use our alcohol markers, and you need opposites. So stamp in your Memento like so, straight onto the cardstock. I love this, just stamping this and doing a wash in the background like we did on yesterday's show. People have stamped this in multiple colours, so it looks like those really pop arty cow pictures that you see. You could use masking sheets and make a herd of cows. I actually passed a farm on the way in today that has these cows on the...
A Highland cow?
Yeah, Highland cows.
Ooh.
So then with our colours, just going to check that I'm using the right ones before we go in and go all crazy. So I'm going to pick 3 colours. Or should we use this one? Yeah, let's use that one instead. So from our prism, this is our... What colour is this? These are our browns. We've got
Not blue,
526, 539 and 543, and I'm taking the bullet tip end and I'm just squiggling in different directions, different strands. It's really easy to follow the lines in the stamps as well, so you can do this. Will get shorter as we go down here because they are shorter, the squiggles. And then we're going to do this with all the colours and just build up that sort of furry look that you get.
Should I show some cards and then we can just keep nipping back?
Yeah, we can do.
Is that alright?
Yeah.
Can I steal that box off you then?
Yeah, you can steal it. So then, exactly the same, just in the other colours. And just keep on building your squiggles.
Okay, so while Natalie's just doing that, we'll just show you some different cards. So again, the cow in the same technique, just lots of squiggles, but then we'll just use the water brush to blend all that in with the brush markers. Try and get through as many as possible, and we'll keep nipping back to see what Natalie's doing. But again, really bright colours for that one. And then we've got this one, and you can see the lovely thistles there. Just shout when you want us, Nat.
I will.
A lovely tartan card just on its own with those lovely thistles. This is heat embossed, yeah, with silver embossing powder, and those lovely dandelion clocks on the parchment. A nice little tiny one, really cute. And then this one is really nice. This is using the dandelion clocks, which has been put onto acetate and then bent around, so you can see if I do it that way. And then you've got that lovely cityscape in the background with a sunset. Lovely. All these card models are really nice. So again, nice and simple, just lots of inks in the background. Look how nice that looks, just with one stamped colour.
That.
With all the
That's
dandelion
cute.
clocks, like the little seeds used as a border. Let's just move some of these out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Again, how nice is that? If you frame that and put it on your wall, that's really cute. It's a lovely gift. Okay, so we've got some Star of the Show ones. So you've got that lovely cityscape for the bottom, and then that sign, and you can see how they've cut off the top so it doesn't say celebrate anymore. So again, really nice. This lovely gatefold, that way. Gorgeous card. I think this is one of yours, Nat.
It is.
I love that background.
Those colours again, I just love the colours.
I love the background with the little watermarks and the white little stars. And you've got this, again, totally different look. Look at the heat embossing on that with the cityscape in the background. It's very Vegas, that one.
Yeah, very Vegas, isn't it? But I think that's the great thing about it as well, is that you can make it how you want it to be.
I feel like I'm going to break this one, so I will try my best. Oh no, there you go. Little pop-up box with the little superheroes. How cute would that be? And then the little superheroes again with the city in the background. Nice simple one with the background made up of the explosions, the stars. Again, totally different look. And then I love this one. Look at this. So you've got this coloured front, and then you open it up.
Oh, that's really
hoping
cool.
it's going to fit in.
So cool.
There you go. And then you've got that, all the characters. You could write your little message at the bottom. You could maybe add some photos in there as well. It's really cute. So, should we go back to you, Nat?
Yeah, because I'm just starting to build up my card now. So what I've done is I've just added N1 to the edge of my card just to give it a little border. And if you don't want it to be as prominent as this, you could go in with our colourless blender. Just go along the edges and it'll create like a really rustic effect. I'll show you what I mean. And then again with Memento, we're going to use the Heard It's Your Birthday and just do it in this bottom corner where it's clear. So you're going to be able to really see that stamp. Let me see if I can find that colourless blender. Here it is. Oops.
We've got lots of puns as well coming.
Lots of cow puns.
So Shireen says, oops, the cow, wine and check stamp just jumped in my basket and checked themselves out. But then Julie says, you need to get moving and order that.
You do.
Get moving, people.
Get moving, get your cows in your basket, because this won't be round for long. I can assure you that. I think this will be sold out by the end of the week, if not the end of the day. So we have our cow, which is going to live on top of our check. Move that up slightly. I heard it's your birthday. These cows are also a big favourite with our cow lover in the office, Kat Hollis. She was so crazy because she's working from home, so I sent her these stamps. And I had to put a warning on the box because I didn't want her to go, you know, I had to make sure she was all right when she got them home. But she loved this stamp, as I'm sure loads of people at home are going to love it too. So we'll put this on foam pads onto the centre of that beautiful check like so, and then we're just going to stick this onto a white card blank. This is a 6x6, but it's just going to give you that really nice border and bring in that white space that we have behind our cow. Our favourite again, Mr. Fingerlift tape, always here to save the day for some quick taping application. I can't get it off now. There we go. And then we will stick this centrally onto our card blank. Another wonderful example of just how fantastic these stamps are, how well they all work together, and by using the different colouring mediums that we have in our prism range, how you can create some really different cards. So we'll bring all the cards together that we made today. We've got our one here that is wishing you happiness, and then we've got that one that is going out for Chloe's 11th birthday. So a large array of stamps. I think what I love the most about this collection is that you could buy them all and you have something to fit so many different age range, so many different demographics. It's really fun, and mixing and matching them as well. You could definitely have a drunk cow, definitely.
So a few final cards and then we will move on. So this is using the wine set that we've seen. Colouring again by Natalie with those alcohol markers, absolutely beautiful. Another one with the brick wall in the background, again quite a nice rustic male themed card. And then again totally different, really bright card, and those like little arch. It's very
oh, I like that.
Spanish
it's really cute, isn't it? Yeah.
And then the little floral window with the background, little arched window as well. And finally this lovely one with the gold heat embossed image, and then just those really nice pale colours.
That's such a clever idea as well, doing the border as like and cutting it out. I love that.
Really nice. Okay, so that is everything for the stamps. I will try not to break everything because I keep just throwing things on the floor. Okay, so that is everything for the stamps. Weekly winners. Okay,
yes.
So if you have commented and you have got the correct answer, you may be the winner of this. Have we got more than one winner?
We have.
We have.
4 winners.
Okay, are you ready, Emily?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
The winners are Stacey, Allen, Julie, I'm sorry I can't say that. Is it Lee's?
We are the worst people.
I know.
Who's done this? Emily,
Oh.
you've done this to just show how terrible me
know.
and Stacey are
I mean, I can't say things at the best of times. I say peony instead of peonies. I'm sorry, I can't say
we have
some
our
of those.
4 winners there.
Yeah,
So
congratulations.
congratulations to you all. We will get these sent out to you, and we hope you send us some pictures of what you make.
Me and Natalie won't be sending them out because Natalie can't spell the names.
No.
And I probably can't spell them either, so I'm sorry.
Spin the wheel is
Spin
next
the
up, Stacey.
wheel. Whoop whoop.
Spin the wheel. Are we
Okay.
ready for this week's wheel?
So let me bring it in. Or are we just doing it? Bringing it in.
I
So
love that.
excited.
I love that theme tune song.
Okay.
Honestly.
So I've got in big capital letters, if nobody wins the prize rollover today, it will be guaranteed next week.
How exciting.
So no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
No pressure.
See, this makes you not You can't get prize rollover this week.
I know,
it's not going to be fair.
but I really want to get prize rollover.
I know. There's so many good
much
prizes.
stuff.
Okay, roll it, Stacey.
Okay,
roll
ready?
it. Oh, prison brush markers.
They're my favourite.
That is a good prize. Prison brush markers.
Okay, so what do we need to do now?
The people just need to comment. And Emily is going to choose someone for those brush markers to go out to. What a good prize. If you've got these stamps and then you win the brush markers. I love it when it all comes together like that.
So keep commenting, but while we do that, we've got another product to add to that rollover box, which, seeing as it didn't land on it today, will be guaranteed
next week. Someone's going to win it.
I'm so excited. Right, so these are going in the prize rollover box. Emily, are these the smallest things we could find because we haven't got any space?
Basically, yeah.
Right, okay.
I thought it was a stamp show.
Yeah,
I get that.
Good thinking, Batman.
Plus, I don't actually have any of these at home, so if these don't make it into the prize rollover box,
that is why.
It's nothing to do with me. And then finally, Pauline is on right now, so I need to just shut up soon so you can go and look at what Pauline's doing on Create and Craft. She is with the new decoupage books.
Yes.
So go and check them out. That is on Create and Craft, Sky 683, Freeview 95, Virgin 748 and FreeSat 816. That woke me up a little bit.
So go get Pauline on right away once we've finished. Our next Facebook Live show, you can catch us I didn't say tomorrow then. You can catch us Monday. I'm not going to be here tomorrow, not at all. Monday morning, 10 a.m. With me and Dan. It is the start of our birthday celebrations.
Whoop, whoop.
Our 12th anniversary on Creating Craft. So it's going to be a big week filled with so many good giveaways, so many good prizes, some extra discounts if I just slide
I'm so excited. I'm trying not to dance right now.
I know, it's very, very exciting. But to finish off the show, Emily, do we have a winner?
We do have a winner. The winner is Janet Cox.
Janet Cox,
well
you
done.
have won the prison brush markers. If you give us a little message, we will get those out to you, possibly today. Just get your message in really, really fast, and then they have to send them out today. There's a little tip for you. But we hope you've enjoyed the show. We hope you love the stamps as much as me and Stacey does. She did another fantastic job of designing a great collection. I will see you on Monday. Stacey, when are you back?
I'm not sure, but hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon. Yeah. I hope soon too. So we will leave you to have a fantastic Friday enjoying the sunshine.
Yeah.
I'm going to go enjoy the sunshine this afternoon. But yes, have a fabulous weekend and we will see you on Monday for the start of our birthday celebrations.
Bye.